What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this. We're addressing the war on drugs. Yep, the war on drugs. Not so much the war on drugs pertaining to cocaine, heroin, meth, and marijuana, but the war on drugs, the battle rapper that appears to be brought up every now and then in battle rap from people such as New Jersey Twork and Ace I mean, they still haven't really brought to the forefront of what exactly it is that he did, but they definitely want the battle rap community to know that he is a AKA female dog. That's the clean version. That he's a female dog. Twerk went to the internet not too long ago. He put something up on there saying, what did he say? He said something to the nature of tell Drugz is not homie. He not homie with a blood drop on it. Drugz is not homie. Y'all tell him to stop uh, uh, representing the hood because he not from the hood. Okay, I got a problem with that. A few reasons why I got a problem with that. First of all, there's there is footage out here on you coming to drug aid on numerous of occasions, willing to not only fight for him, but also willing to take a bullet for him, putting your life on the line and your freedom on the line, knowing you are a father who come from a Christian background where your mother is a minister. I have to keep warning you about this because you know the truth, but yet you still continue to mock and play with God, believing things are going to be better for you. You went up under the umbrella, you went from up under the umbrella of salvation to damnation. That's what you did. You traded God in for a blood set. And what's the history of it? Drugs, incarceration, murder, sickness and disease, separation of family, destruction of children, divorce, disease. That's the history of blood gang, Crip gang, any other gang. It's Satanism. You know this. The Bible says you cannot serve two masters. God comes second to nobody. And God will not share his glory with no one neither. He said, I am the Lord your God. I share my glory with nobody. So when y'all be in these gangs, you didn't invent the blood gang. That didn't come from you. Whoever invented that, he the king of it. He is your leader and God. That's who you willing to represent. That's who you praise. That's who you put your life on the line. When you die and stand before God, you will be judged by God for idolatry. That's idolatry. The worst sin God ever told us not to do. Idolatry is the first commandment. You should not have no other God beside me. People who be in gangs don't even love their own brothers who they claim to be brothers. You don't. Y'all willing to risk it all for nothing. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I used to be a gangster disciple. Larry Hoover was my God, my king, my chief, even though I never saw the man a day in my life. But I'm willing to blow people brains out for him. I'm willing to hurt others who I don't even know, who's opposite of us. And I actually did those things. We used to kill people for wearing their hats that they bought, that they did with their own money, wearing their hats the wrong way. That's disrespect to us. Wearing a different color. You know how many people got murdered and killed because they had on red? You know how many people got murdered and killed just because they wore something blue? We find the littlest thing to hate and go against each other just because we hate each other. It don't matter what it could be. Because we hate each other, we want an excuse to hurt each other. You think that's love? You think that's truth? You talking about being conditioned in the brain. Tell me how much conditioning is that? Where you could take somebody's life just because they wore a different color. Just because they wore their hat to the right or the left. Just because they had a red or blue bandana. Vanity. Pride. And yet here it is. At one time you embraced that man as your brother. And when your brother falls astray like that, as a man, if you really loved him at all, like you were selling it to us, because you remember y'all sold it to us. That was your brother. You told us that was your brother. You told us he was homie. You told us he was hood. Only for you to know that he never was, and now you telling us to tell him not to do it, to bring shame to him? So who really at fault then? If you always knew this, but sold it to us like it was real, only for y'all now to be into it with each other, but now you saying he fake. Now you saying he ain't real. You didn't been know that? Before you gave him the right hand of fellowship, you didn't been knew that? You didn't been knew he was soft? You didn't been know that? You didn't been know he wasn't from the hood to set the block? You didn't been know that? Did you really love him? Did you really love him? Did you really have any love for that man who you once called your brother, that you was willing to take a bullet for and put your freedom and life on the line, knowing you had a child? Because we saw that happen on numerous of occasions. We saw that happen. What are we doing here? Is that how you show love to people who you once was on record saying you love? What is your definition of love? Is this love that if a person wronged you, you want to hurt them, who you once loved? Is that love? When a brother go astray, who may not be as wise as you, who may not be as strong as you, when he go astray knowing his weakness, we put him to shame? That's friendship? No, it's not at all. This what you do? If you really had any love and respect for that brother, the Bible said a kind word turns away wrath. If you really love that brother, man, the Bible say do unto others as you would want done unto yourself. You know these scriptures. You familiar with these scriptures. So put yourself in his shoe. So imagine if you was Drugz and he was Twork or Ace I mean. Y'all once laughed together, smoked together, drunk together, ate together, were willing to fight together. And then I did something wrong. I don't know to what nature I did it. But how would you would want that person to speak to you? Would you want him as a man to speak to you as a child? To make you feel less than a man? To bully over you because you taller or bigger? To make you look less than what you are because you got more than me? If I went astray and did something wrong, out of all the years of us saying we was brothers, don't you at least owe it to me to at least speak to me in love, to bring me back if we actually really even had that? Don't you think that's the right thing to do? Like all these years, all the places we done been, all the things we done done, at the least, am I not entitled that? The conversation of brotherhood, even when I do wrong? Me and a few of my guys done fell out before. I wouldn't go blasting them. And because I love them, that make me not want to do nothing to them. Now, mind you, I know it depends on the nature of the situations. You never know what the situation may have been. So that's definitely taken into consideration. But the thing about it, for you to tell us, because according to your text, that's what you're saying. He not the hood, he not from the hood, he not gang, he not from the block. So you're exposing him for being a fraud. But wait, you presented it to us like he wasn't a fraud, like he was homie from the block and gang. So you deceived us. But even still, what do that matter? It's all a bunch of nonsense. And that's what things like that do. It causes division. It causes strife and contention. You can't affiliate yourself with the devil expecting for heavenly results. You can't expect righteousness to come out of Satanism. Y'all never like to acknowledge and address that what you are participating in is Satanism. But that's exactly what it is. There will be not one, let me tell you this, there will be not one gang member in the kingdom of heaven, not one. Anybody die in gang activity, you will not have mercy, compassion, or forgiveness. In fact, these be the reasons why you die before your time. So you not only got the judgment of God on earth, you also get it in the afterlife. And you brothers repeating these same cycles that you see, the revolving doors never changing. It never changes. The end result of the gang is death and incarceration. Period. I don't care who you is. It's undefeated. 100%. So why play the game when you know the results? For acceptance? When y'all got family, you got children, you seeking acceptance from friends, you seeking validation from the streets, and y'all be grown as hell, willing to lose your family for niggas, sacrificing the women you love for whores. Is this what we doing? Come on, brothers. Reconcile your brother. If you had any love for this man, your mama saw that man. Y'all children saw this man. Depending on what he did. I don't know the nature of what he did. Y'all know better than me. But I'm going by what y'all presented to us. That you loved him. That's what you said. That's what you on record saying. Is it really love? If it is, reconcile to your brother. Forgive and let go. Forgive and let go. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's some questions. It's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.